Hey guys, Con again. I decided to do another video on stats, amps, and abilities. Ability tiering, I should say. I'm trying to make a quick video, but here we go. So I kind of like what Wildstar did here. They made it so classes of the same armor type aren't going to be competing necessarily for the same gear. Because for DPS, you want a support assault power, and for your support classes, you want support power. And they did this in a good way, I think, because I'll use the heavy armor class as an example. Engineers, what contributes to your assault power is finesse, while brutality is what contributes for warriors. So, you know, the same armor class, and there's going to be brutality and finesse on most of the heavy gear, I'm sure. I haven't got to end game, but you know, it's the armor itself isn't going to be, you know, okay, well, it has more finesse, that's an engineer piece. Well, that has more brutality, well, that's a warrior piece. So in that terms, it's nice. It's going to reduce the amount of people rolling on your gear with the amount of slots in a raid and how few classes there are. You know, you're still going to be rolling against people, but at least it's not as many people. I mean, that's assuming people go for what I'm assuming is Wildstar intention of giving you these milestones. You know, they give you extra assault power for hitting so many brutality. You know, 375, you get another 15%, another 15 assault power, not percent. Sorry. Same thing for 450, and so on and so on, and you get another tier, and I'm sure it goes up. But you know, they did it in a way that it's nice. Same thing with the medium armor wearers, stalkers, and medics. You know, stalker DPS want brutality because that's what gives them assault power, where tech gives medics assault power. You know, it's nice. The only conflict there is all tanks want tech, insight, and grit because tech increases support power. So there's going to be a little bit of a cross there, but it's going to have, you know, it's going to be obviously a tanking piece. It's going to be tech, insight, and grit, where it's going to be tech, moxie, and finesse or whatever for a medic DPS. And it's like, you don't want moxie and finesse really as a tank. You want the other two stats. So it you know, should be pretty clear as to what piece is going to be for what class, which is nice. There's no, you know, the typical hunter. Well, I can use that. I want that. None of that crap. So we got, you know, you got your assault power from brutality as a warrior, but then you get strike through chance from finesse, and crit severity, moxie, and these are your tanking abilities. Oh, I should say, grit is always health for everyone. It's pretty straightforward. It's just health. I don't know why they call it grit. But kind of leads me to, so finesse gives you strike through chance as a warrior, and strike through chance is, you can think of it as hit chance. It reduces the ability of the mob to dodge or deflect, or what do they use? Deflect your attack. So I don't know if what the hip cap is, or even if there is one, but I'm sure that's going to be something you want to keep an eye on and make sure it's you know, at a good level. I have no idea. I'm sure that's probably at a horrible level for my level. For tanks, you're looking for deflect chance. Obviously, that's your avoidance. You know, I'm in DPS, but deflect crit hit is the ability of the mob to crit you, which anyone that tanks knows. Getting crit is bad, not good, and healers are not gonna like you. So that's, I'm sure there'll be a cap. I have no idea what it is yet, so I couldn't tell you guys. I'm sorry. I'm just trying to go over the stats and kind of how they lay out. I'm not sure what healer abilities would be. Yeah, I'm not really sure what the healer abilities would benefit from, but I don't heal, at least yet. And then your set bonuses are kind of cool. You don't get them from the actual gear themselves. The gear have rune slots. You can think of them as gems from World of Warcraft. Sorry guys, I'm using World of WoW as a example. That's my main experiences from. So you can think of them as gem slots, which I think I have a couple. Yeah, I haven't worried too much about them because you change gear so much at this low level. I have an open water slot and an open fire slot, but you can drop these runes in, and there's actually sets of runes. So if you can manage to get a full set, they give you extra buffs, or extra assault power, support power, whatever, whatever it happens to be for that particular set. Just going to cover this section really quick. You get a couple action sets. I think you get the second one at 15, and then I know you can buy other ones with Elder Gem, and I don't know if more unlock as you level or not. But anyways, you can set this up however you want. You can move them around. Just click and hold and drag them back, get them out, drop them in, whatever. What I really wanted to cover was the tiering. So you can see you get 8 tiers, and these minor tiers in between these first 3 and these 3, they basically just damage increase. Yeah, damage increase. Where you really notice it is, let's see, is this tier 4 and tier 8. Those are when they kind of add an effect to your ability. Like in Menacing Strike, your tier 4, you get a 50% chance to grant efficiency, which is reduces your kinetic decay. Which kinetic decay you can think of as rage, so you don't have to spam your builder as much. And the higher your kinetic energy as a warrior, the more damage you generally do. I think Jolt is that way. Yeah, you can see the higher your kinetic damage, the more damage it does. And the same thing with which one is it? I forget this one. But anyways, you get my point. The tier 4 and tier 8, while they do have a pretty major impact on the ability itself, they cost 5 ability points, so you kind of have to pick and choose which ones you want to max out, or which ones you just want to get to 4. It's I kind of like how they did it. It gives you a lot of flexibility in your builds, and you don't have to be exactly like the warrior next to you. Or you can switch on the fly. You can switch all of this out of combat, just right from this screen. I'll go over the amp system really quick. You can think of it as your talent trees from World of Warcraft, and I'm sure for most other games. I'm trying to think of any other game that didn't have something really similar. But anyways, this inner tier, tier 1, is just percent increases to whatever particular stat you want. They're all percent. So you get crit chance, you got assault power, and you got crit severity. So, and that's all in this assault tree. And then you have a full support tree, and you have a full utility tree, which lines up with your assault, support, and utility abilities. And then you get the hybrids in between the 3 major ones, and these are like life steal and strike through chance, which is your hit chance, which is always nice. So you get the percent in the first tier. Second tier you get they're like buffs. This one, while you're above 500 kinetic energy, you get a 5% chance to deflect crit hit chance. Yeah. Sorry. This one is after landing a hit, you get a 50% chance to grant threaten, and that's increases your threat gen by 25%, which is always nice to the tank. So these are nice. And one thing to point out is you can see a lot of these are locked because I haven't bothered to find them. They're locked because you either have to buy them off the commodities exchange or auction house, whatever, or you have to find them. And a nice way to find them is an add-on amp finder. It just tells you, where to find it. I can buy this one in Thade. Basically is what it's telling me. It gives me exact coordinates, which is really cool instead of having to pull up a browser. But anyways, back to the amp system. Sorry, getting sidetracked. And then in these major trees, you get abilities. You get Tremor, you get Bolstering Strike, and you get Power Link. That's a big DPS increase right there. That's nice. But anyways, and these you can actually drop on your bar and use them in your rotation and stuff, which is cool. I like how they did that. And these ones seem to be mostly kind of buffs like the tier 2, but maybe a little. That's a pretty good one if it actually procs. Oh, it does. Well, but that's a good one anyways. Sorry, just reading the description. So you know they're just probably better than the tier 2s, but they're the same kind of idea. They're buffs, and you know it seems a little daunting, but it's really straightforward once you break it down. You know. I think that's about it, guys. If you liked the video, please give me a like. If you really liked it, I'd love a sub. And feel free to leave any comments, any suggestions for future videos. And I'll see you next video.